What if there was one thing that could heal most of our problems? One thing that's totally in your control. And this might sound crazy, but what if that one thing is loving ourselves more? When we start to love ourselves more, it's like we expect more from our lives. We feel better. We earn more money. We know our worth, so we go out and get it. But do you actually know how to love yourself? It sounds simple, but I know it's not easy. How many of you can name your least favorite body part faster than you can name your favorite? So like all of you. I actually saw a woman sprinting down my street in 90-degree heat, wrapped neck down in plastic wrap, hoping to melt her figure into submission. Why would someone do that to themselves? It's not like it works. Trust me, I've tried. So many of us spend more time tearing ourselves down than we do building ourselves up. But the way you experience yourself determines the way you experience the world. And without self-love, we self-destruct. Have you ever cooked something and burnt the pan so bad, you'd rather just throw it away than spend hours scraping the crap off the bottom? At age 22, that's kind of how I felt about my life. It felt unsalvageable. And I know where it started. My sophomore year of high school, I was raped. And it was scary and confusing. Because at first, I didn't even realize I had been raped, even though it was my first sexual experience, even though I was in and out of consciousness. And even though there was a group of older boys cheering him on, still, somehow I blamed myself. And the shame I held on to from that moment was the beginning of a downward spiral that would last almost a decade. I wanted to escape. And the world made that pretty easy. I was emotional eating and binge drinking and partying, and the most addictive of all, Instagram. But as I gave my power to whatever would distract from myself, I was cutting myself off from my own source of love. And what I'm seeing is, regardless of if we've gone through something big and traumatic or those day-to-day hardships, too often we let something outside ourselves decide our worth. We judge ourselves by our lowest times and by what we're ashamed of. But in doing that, we cut ourselves off from our own sources of love. But I want you to look at your lives and yourselves with curiosity and gratitude. You have to know yourself to know how to fulfill yourself. What if what you knew best about you were your strengths and what lit you up, and you valued yourself enough to live into those things every single day? How different would that feel? How would your life change? Your struggles can pave the way for a life filled with love and passion and purpose and connection. But you have to light your own fire before you can shine it out onto the world.